Hey guys, I'm a health visitor in England. This mum has asked, what is shaken baby syndrome? I've spoken quite a lot about excessive crying in previous videos, and there's a training that we undergo as health visitors and midwives do as well called ICON, and this is about trying to educate parents and support parents with well babies that cry. So some babies just cry. I've spoken about this in other videos. It's called colic. It's basically, we don't know why they cry, but some babies can cry for hours and hours and hours and nothing seems to settle them. This tends to peak around 8 weeks and then it tends to be better and the crying reduces by about 16 weeks. So shaken baby syndrome is basically when a baby or a young toddler has been shaken vigorously. Usually we see the correlation between excessive crying and parents just becoming incredibly frustrated. So until the body is more developed, the brain in a baby and the brain in a young toddler basically sits separate to the head, whereas if I shook my head, the brain goes with it, whereas their head kind of rattles inside of the skull. So shaken baby syndrome can cause long-term brain damage or, at worst, death. It's been likened to being dropped out of like a 4th, 5th, 5-story building and hitting the floor. It's obviously very rare, but it is incredibly serious. Parents do become very, very frustrated when your baby is crying excessively. It's easy to think that you'd cope fine with it, but it's very, very challenging. And what's really important is that parents make sure they've got a plan in place, that you've got a support network that you can access around you, which not everybody has the luxury of. And if you don't, putting safety mechanisms in place of, for example, putting them down in their crib and leaving the room and taking some deep breaths. Because to get to that point and suddenly snap is irreversible and life-threatening. So having said that, if you know anybody whose baby excessively cries, whether it's friends or family, if you can reach out and offer some support in these difficult weeks, then it can be, life-changing to these parents.